Hi, everyone. SJ. Hi, everybody. S. Good evening. Good evening. Come on in. Say hello. Come on in. Say hello. Come on in. Say hello. Hi, everyone. S. What's going on, people? Hello, hello, hello. Y'all always hear me talk about TJ. Want to come say hello? Just say hi. Y'all always hear me talk about TJ. But my firstborn child, my low maintenance baby, my young man, just come say hello. Look at this handsome young man. You gotta bend down. Look at my sweet guy. Say hi. This is my college kid. Isn't he just a handsome young man? Yeah, your mom was obsessed with you and your brother. That's my so someone was asking like, "What's you talk about TJ all the time? What's your other kid?" That's my other kid. That's my firstborn child. Miss Emily Sanctuary says hello. That's my first love right there. And y'all don't come until I know no, that was your first. Like, hey, man, business. Eshiti, Muberejo. Hi everyone. This is this is Attorney Abisola Adebola Olale, immigration attorney based in Alabama, representing immigration clients in all 50 states. If you've got an immigration case, hit us up. We'll be glad to represent you. And if you just joined us for the first time, you stumbled upon this and like, I can see you. So we come together. By we, I mean us immigrants, or we immigrants come together every Tuesday. Thank you, Miss Emily Sanctuary. Every Tuesday and Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Central Alabama Central Standard Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Any other time zone, ask Google or ask Siri. Get your answer there. I represent immigration clients in all 50 states. It doesn't matter what state you live in. We can represent you in your case. Welcome in. So if you're just joining us, welcome in. It's a positive space for us to share stories and victories together. Talking about victories. Y'all, let me tell you something. When the Bible says that God will have mercy on whom he decides to have mercy, the Bible ain't plain. Because there's not an iota of his word is going to pass by without being accomplished. Got an approval today. No RFE, no notice of intent to deny, nothing. Of a marriage-based case filed July of last year. I had an interview. It wasn't a shady divorce decree, but I was prepared and I told my clients, money, just so you know, got an approval today. I almost passed it. Like, what? Yeah. So, I'm not saying, kind of divorce. I'm just telling you that whose report will you believe? When God decides to favor you, there's nothing you can do. But anyway, so we come together, we share victories, we share stories, we encourage one another, and we rejoice. I'm telling you, it's my client answered like, Sister Laura, whoever is praying for your firm, please tell them to go like, Yami Noni, it's my mother. It's my mother. What else? I pray for myself, but nothing like a mother's prayer. Yami, we are dwell every single day. But we thank God. So there's always hope. Hoping against hope. So just let's keep going. So please share our live. We would appreciate that. Subscribe to YouTube channel at Olale Immigration on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and subscribe to YouTube. Hello, Finders Shandy. How are you? He is indeed a faithful God. All right, people, let's talk immigration. If you need to contact us, our number is 334-341-4475. Visit us on our website, olalealawfirm.com. You can text us on the same number, or on WhatsApp, still same number, 334-341-4475. And another thing, I think, just in that case, I truly believe that in states where there aren't too many Nigerians/immigrants, there may not be a lot of questioning, But see, I'm not trying to figure out what God has done. That's not my place. It's done it. That's it. Let's leave it alone. But anyway, let's talk immigration. So tonight, what we're talking about, I want to talk about. I've been seeing quite a number of cases that people are getting notice of continuance or notice of intent to deny in naturalization applications. So let's talk about that. Denial of citizenship application. What can bring about a denial if you have a citizenship application? I'm going to talk to you about the three. Is it three? Yeah, the three main reasons of. Well, let's say four, but two can be into one. Main reasons why a citizenship application can be denied. So if you are in the process of filing your naturalization, which is citizenship application, or you are trying to figure out how to respond to a notice of intent to deny, understanding the reasoning and the requirements will be very helpful. The very first thing I want you guys to know, number one, is this. Whenever you file for citizenship, whether it's based on marriage and you're filing after 3 years as a legal permanent resident, or based on you being a permanent resident for 5 years, one of the requirements is the USCIS has to be able to verify or relitigate, quote unquote, that you were properly admitted as a legal permanent resident. So part of what we're seeing now is USCIS delves back into your previous case, meaning if you got your green card through marriage, especially if you got your green card through marriage, they delve back into your immigration history and make sure that at the time you were given your citizenship, your green card, whether it be the 2-year green card or the 10-year green card, that you were actually eligible to be admitted lawfully as a legal permanent resident. One main reason, or one main issue that comes up as far as that requirement is concerned is if you had a defective divorce decree. That's number one. If they look back in your record and believe or not allege that the divorce decree you submitted, even though you were fine with it at that time, naturalization application it's another chance for USCIS to make sure that all the documents you submitted back then were actually genuine, or if there's a reason for them to question your documents. So you have to be lawfully admitted as a legal permanent resident. That includes that you were properly admitted. You didn't have any inadmissibility issues that needed a waiver. You did not have any fraudulent or misrepresentation that they omitted. So even if you've had your green card for more than 5 years, they still can, based on that, still refer you to deportation proceedings. That's just the truth. Okay. So that's number one. Just make sure that before you submit your naturalization application, you look back in your file, just verify what you submitted and make sure there's nothing that's going to be a red flag. So that's number one. Number two, another reason, the second reason why naturalization can be denied is based on lack of good moral character. Lack of good moral character, that comes in the form of if you had a child with somebody else while you were married to the citizen petitioning spouse, and it's still within the statutory period of 5 years, that is extramarital affairs by itself. It's a ground to find that the person lacks good moral character and a ground to deny naturalization application. So, it's about to be more with somebody else. It just sort of get to the file citizenship, so I'll more, but she explain it because you never know, Maybe the child wasn't yours. You thought the child was. Just talk to a lawyer first of all. If you fail to file taxes, if you owe child support, those are reasons. Or if you got a criminal record that makes you that affects your good moral character, those are reasons by which USCIS can find that the person lacks good moral character. So that's that. And then the third reason, third and fourth, what grouped into one is filing based on a wrong eligibility. What I mean by that is if you are filing for naturalization, you've got to select the grounds on which you are applying for citizenship. Are you applying based on 3 years as a legal permanent resident and in a marital union with a citizen spouse? Are you applying based on 5 years as a legal permanent resident by yourself? Are you applying based on 3 years as someone who was married to a citizen spouse, and you got your green card either through a 751 abuse waiver or you got your green card through a VAW case, and your abusive spouse was a citizen, that makes you eligible to file for citizenship after 3 years. I'm seeing people file based on the wrong, and sometimes depending on the officer, if you filed on the wrong ground, but you qualify for an acceptable ground at the time you submitted your application, some of those field offices may allow you to amend your application on your basis for filing. If you did not qualify for that basis at the time you filed, it doesn't matter whether at the time of your interview you're not qualified. What matters is at the time you filed the application, you were eligible for what you selected. So in those cases, they would have no choice but to deny your application and have you refile. And wrapped into that is when you file too early. So you file your citizenship application much earlier than you should be able to file. If you are filing either based on 3 years or 5 years, and if you're filing as a member of the military, so that's different. You're not waiting 3 years, you're not waiting 5 years. Actually, people who are in the military do not have to file. Like, for instance, if you got a 2-year green card as a military member, you don't have to file a 751 before you can file a citizenship. That's one of the perks of joining the U.S. military, so you can bypass the 751. But if you file too earlier than the 90-day period, they probably will still schedule for an interview and all that. But then USC, because usually they should reject your application. Sometimes they don't. They let you go through the whole thing, cash your filing fee and all that. And then on the interview, they tell you that you were not eligible. You filed too early, and then you're going to have to start all over again. So those things, just keep them in mind. Good moral character is a big deal. Not filing too early and making sure you select the right ground, and also making sure that there's nothing in your previous record, especially if you got your green card through marriage, that's going to make them now say you were actually inadmissible at the time. A very common reason is, divorce decree. Another common reason, before I forget, is if they have any reason to believe that marriage on which you got the green card was not a real marriage, was not a good fit marriage, it was actually a sham marriage. The fact that you have a 2-year green card, a 10-year green card does not mean they cannot still place you in deportation proceedings, especially when you file for citizenship. That's it, people. Hope that helps somebody before you file. And it's always best practice to talk to a lawyer prior to submit. Even if you're going to attempt to do it on your own, do yourself a favor, talk to an attorney, have them evaluate your case. And I don't teach people how to submit forms. That's not part of what my consultation is for. But at least you have questions that you can ask. So you're more informed, the more you know about your case prior to submitting an application. Because once you submit it, you can't take it back. You can withdraw the application, but it doesn't mean that USCIS is going to withdraw those documents from your file. It becomes a permanent record with USCIS. So just so you guys know, be sure to do your due diligence prior to submitting your naturalization application, and then you're good to go. That's all she wrote. The more you know. All right. So real quick, real brief, let's go to questions. Let's get as many answered as we possibly can. Hello, Mr. Tola. How are you? Hope everybody has had a great week. This week went by really fast. You don't need Tuesday. Last Friday, need Tuesday, right? And yo, I'm not even kidding you. So someone said, so there are some not exaggerated, but obviously for laughs. But there's a skit that I put up on Tuesday. When I tell y'all that that's not a joke, it's actually not a joke. It actually is something that actually happened. And we're still waiting. I'm laughing because of like, can you have it now? I mean, I'm like, but we got him. I mean, this is real. I'm not even joking now. This is real fast and praying kind of thing. But, just so you guys know, USCIS can come to your house at any time. Yeah, the week went real fast. Hello, Ms. Avena. How are you? Yeah, hello, Ms. Giwa. What's going on? How are the kids? Lady B, thank you for joining. Okay, so the drill is, if you have questions, please put them in the comment section. I'll try to go through as many questions, if possibly every question. I'm telling you, it's not a joke, because actually most of these kids make arguments based on true fact. Just change it or whatever. Because sometimes I just, it's good for laughs, but please understand that this is serious business. Things like that can literally affect, cause a domino effect on not just you, but someone else's immigration case. Okay. Let's see. All right. Just waiting on you over there. All right, let me go to, and please don't repeat your questions. Disclaimer, general information, nothing specific to anyone's case. If you need if you need exclusive time to discuss your case, we do offer 3 paid consultation options. So you can always go on olalayalawfirm.com to schedule one. We'll be glad to evaluate your case. The kids are good. We are watching the Timberwolves and Nuggets game. Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, all right. Let's see. Good evening. Thank you, for 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Everybody, thank you. I stay in Pittsburgh. I need to file my divorce that I've been calling. You stay in Pittsburgh. I think they've already responded to your. If I remember, I think I got that message. You've not been calling and you haven't gotten a response. You've gotten a response, and I think my assistant made you understand that, and I think that's you. I cannot help you with a divorce case in Pittsburgh, and I think I know who you are. You actually asked if you could relocate to Alabama to have that done. No, it doesn't work that way. And in order for you to have a divorce done in Alabama, for instance, you have to have lived here for 6 months. So it's not like you've been calling, nobody responded. So don't put that out there. You've been given the answer. You just don't want to accept the answer. Big difference. Is it normal for the oath ceremony to wait 2 years? No, that's not normal. Thank you, Mayumi. Appreciate that. Okay. I-130 and I-45 together interview was scheduled in USCIS. It's normal. What is me? Okay, let me rephrase your question. So you're asking, is it normal to have I-130 and I-45 scheduled at the same time for an interview? If that's your question, yes, that's the whole point. You want both of them to be scheduled together, because once they have a finding of good fit marriage in your I-130, then they should be able to approve your I-45. So that's what you want. You don't want them to be separated. Sherry Brownie, hello to you as well. For the first time interview by K1. Oh, if the husband fails to follow to the interview. Pastor, I think we've already talked about that. We've talked about that. I thought she will respond to the last email. If I want to believe that I did. I think I did. So if not, forward that email to me again. But I think I mean, if he doesn't follow you to the interview, then like we talked about, you may want to consider converting over to a VAR case. That's probably going to be your only option. And I know that because we've already met. So we're hoping that wasn't going to be the case, but yeah. I arranged through asylum. I have never traveled. Now that I'm a citizen, I can travel to my country. You can. Once you become a citizen, you can. Okay. Wenda, can you not repeat your question like 200 times? Thank you, Ms. Mackey. How are you? Okay. Afad? Okay. Supriya, I see that you had your question 4 times. And that's actually 10 times. I'm going to skip that. So, okay. You put your question more than 15 times. That's not cool. It's going to be skipped. Hello, Mr. Obioma. How are you? I already said that. I'm not going to. Any updates? Any update on your end? I'm really, really praying for favor and something, God willing. Yes, no, still waiting. Okay, we shall not wait in vain. Our expectations should not be cut off, God willing. Okay. Trying to make sure I didn't. Okay. I filed for bail last year and I've received prima facie yet. I filed for bail last year. I've received prima facie yet, but I received. You mean you have not received prima facie yet, but you received EAD and AP. So what's your question? I don't want to see your name because you've already dedicated. What's your question on that? King Simpleton, are you single? Let's just say that I'm sure your life is really happy right now. Don't complicate things. Don't. Yes, Pastor, tell my Ford emails me again. Okay. Yes, that's what I think I'm gonna do, Miss Mackie. Okay, I think that because having to put the question all over again, that's just ridiculous. I want to change my status of my spouse put a track on my car. If you give us a call, 334-341-4475. But the easiest way for you to schedule your consultation will be to go on our website, @𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Very, very straightforward to put it in. So we'll be glad to evaluate your case and see if you qualify. Husband is threatening to deport. Already got work permit. Any advice asked on how to proceed? Sit down with a lawyer and see if you have an option of. Y'all have to understand something. We didn't come, and by we I mean immigrants. The reason why Congress enacted VAWA option was so that because they're aware that people can get manipulative and vindictive and abusive with knowing that they've got something that you need and use that to control you. So there is absolutely no reason to keep being in such a marriage and risking your immigration case. Do you know how many times I've seen people prepare an interview and then the spouse, because someone didn't buy a car for them or they didn't pay for an exotic trip that they've never taken in their life, withdraw the petition and ends your case. I mean, so don't wait until that happens. You've got options. So please explore that and don't feel like you're alone. And especially with Africans, Caribbeans, we're from cultures where you don't actually say you're being abused, but then you're suffering in a foreign land. Why? When you've got options that you can explore and get yourself, out of, get your freedom and just have your peace of mind. So Hazel, that's what I would say, you can call our office. We'll be glad to help evaluate your case. Okay, let's see. Okay, Mr. Bimbola, 334-341-4475 or @𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Schedule. I don't do free consultations. This is the free version of it. Thank you, Mr. in the sanctuary. So we'll be glad to evaluate your case for you. There's no need to suffer. No need to suffer at all. Can my baby mama come for a visit with my son? Can my baby mama come for a visit with my son? Okay. You're asking if the mother of the child can come on a visit and bring your son, or can your son come by himself? Obviously, a 9-year-old child has to have someone who's going to escort him for that. But whether your baby mama can come, if she applies for a visa that she qualifies for and she's granted, there's nothing that says she can't come and visit with you. Is that your baby mama or your wife? You know how to say it. Let's shop with baby mama niya. Kung siya yawa tumali. Okay. Let's just leave that alone. Thank you, because I feel alone. Hazel, absolutely no reason. This is what I do. Like, y'all, to know me, to know that is my passion. Because life is too short. Life is darn too short. to have anyone feel like you're being held hostage in your own life. That makes no sense. So please, if it's not with our firm, please have your case evaluated for possibility of filing a VAWA case. Okay. Okay. So if you haven't received your prima facie, if you have a lawyer on your case, contact your lawyer and let them know to email the Month Service Center about the prima facie. It doesn't cost anything. So let them do that. I'm in California. Can you represent me? Yes. Where am I located? My office is in Alabama, but I represent immigration clients in all states. Apple user. Okay. Alrighty. What do you do if your mom cannot write or read to take the test? Get her medically examined. See if her primary care physician will be willing to have that examination and probably complete an N-648, I believe it is, medical exemption based on whatever neurological any issues that they may find, to exempt her from the tests for citizenship and see how that goes. What's the next step after I-130 is approved? If the person is outside the country, USCIS will forward your case to the National Visa Center, and you start processing the immigrant visa application after that. If the person is here and they are eligible to file for a green card, then you start the green card application. Okay, Pastor Mike. Okay. My spouse threatened if I don't get IVF done for him to have a child, he would divorce me. And I mean, you can still stay married. Nothing says you got to get divorced because you're filing a VAWA case. But if you're not getting your green card based on, that's just evil. I'm sorry, but if they're using everything not to file for you, please, yeah. Future, like your hair. Thank you. Okay. Okay, let's go. Hello, Miss Tina. Good evening. How are you? Okay, let's go to Instagram. What's the time? 9 o'clock. Okay. I'm in Canada. My spouse. Okay, what's the rest of you? Okay. Thank you, Ms. Evan. This is a safe space for everyone, non-toxic, and you can ask questions and get general advice. My girls are just the best. What's next after I-130 has been? That's the same person on TikTok. Okay. Already answered that question. Let's see. I know you have mentioned it before, but what brand and shade is your red lipstick? It's a new brand, actually. Lip and Pour. Lip and, like just and pour. I cannot remember the name of the color, but I think I found my newfound red lipstick. I'll tell you this though, it can be very drying. So what I do is I put oil and whatever kind of oil inside of it, so you mix it not too dry. But yeah. My spouse filed my I-130 April 2023, was last reviewed August 6, 2023. It has been taking time. Do you advise going to the U.S. and stay and submit? I cannot tell you to come to the U.S. and misrepresent your intention and not file for a green card. But if you got a visa, you can come visit, right? And if you're here more than 60 days, then your case is still pending. You can go from there. Hello, Mr. Kolawole. It was good to talk to you yesterday. What is the update? Has the case been sent out? Let me see. Okay. For marriage-based applications, can someone proceed with USCI submission with just pictures, marriage certificate, house list, one utility, and 2 month joint account? You're asking me to confirm your checklist. I mean, if that's all you have, then you can go ahead and start with based on that. I'm not telling you that that's all you need. Generally, I think that's sufficient for you to start. Hello, Miss Sabina. She's on too. Listen, y'all, you think I'm paying this young ladies? I'm not. I'm just blessed. Please, I want you to be my lawyer. I have RFP coming my way this week. Ayelba. Is that right? Is it Ayelba? Ayelba. Tebare. That's it, like Ayelba, right? Like the king's wife, right? You can go ahead and schedule a consultation so that we can, or you wait till you get the RFP and then schedule one. Cecilia will give you facts real quick. just saying. Is it advisable to remarry your ex and file for her? Ṣẹ́yìn ni àwọn tí USCIS bá nu yàrá tẹ̀ wọ̀ ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ fẹ́ lọ wẹ̀ ṣẹ́yìn ni ẹ ex-wife. Was she really ex? But to answer your question, ṣé ti gba citizenship? If you're already a citizen, because I'm assuming this is assumption, and I may be right, because if you had your green card through employment, I don't think you would have divorced the ex-wife. But since we're talking about rekindling things with the ex-wife, I hope you're a citizen. As long as you're a citizen, then you're good to go with the ex-wife. So, just saying. Is USCIS granting asylum for Nigerians? USCIS doesn't base asylum grants on your nationality. It's based on whether you have credible evidence to support your application. I've still not gotten any updates since my I-130 got approved. It's almost 2 months now. Is it normal? What do I feel like know you? I think I know you. I think we've had a consultation before. Bring me up to speed into, I mean, so any update as far as approval or notice? I can't remember, but I think vaguely I can remember that your name. Okay, let's see. I'm just here to learn and look at your beautiful face. How's she going? I just talking about. I think when you get to a point in life where you can leave past, because like 5 years ago, how long have I been divorced for? 6 years. Sorry, 7 years ago, Mobile. 7 years ago, if I could not be doing this live because I was in a very bad spot, y'all. When God's grace comes upon you and you pray for His grace, it turns things around. You have to understand. So I think sometimes that you exude that, and just live life. For a student just in first year, what can you advise for their application? To sit down with a lawyer to discuss their options. This question is standard for everyone. Isabella, you said it, not me. I want you. Miss Sabina, Illinois Sanctuary, and Finest Shandy. Don't put those 3 women in the same place. Emashi. No, my lane Jadini. I'm just letting y'all know. Because okay. Oh, okay, yes. I'll pull up my notes on you after my after the live. Brother and sister in the weekend. Hello everyone. Thank you for the informative sessions that you do to enlighten people. You're welcome. Thank you. Is it compulsory to get police reports before you can file for VAW when you're facing problems in your marriage? Absolutely not. 90% of my VAC cases don't have police reports. Yeah. So look at us outside. No, nobody wants to. No, y'all need those 3 ladies. Hell to the no. No, just leave them alone. Okay. Future big girl, thank you. Okay. How long NBC takes to schedule interview in other country? I cannot tell you that. Samuel, for real, thank you. Yeah, well, okay, so I was right. 𝐸𝐫𝐵 is king's wife. See? All you're speaking haters, don't you? Auntie, you're my husband refuses for me to take my son out of country to visit family. What to do? That's not an immigration case. That's a family law issue. So meet with a family law attorney and see what your options are. Thank you, Miss Mikey. Let's see. I am in Canada. My spouse is in New York. Filed an I-130. Okay. Spouse review. Yeah, if it's still showing that it's still within number of processing time, then that's what it is. Your status can show case being actually reviewed for the next 12 months. It just means that they've touched the case somehow. So if your case is still within number of processing time, then you just have to wait. How much is your consulting? 140, 30 minutes, 210, 45 minutes, 250, 1 hour. Okay. Oh, someone's sharing something. Let me see. See, this is why we come together. Hold on, just want to make sure. Can someone reuse some of the documents used for 01 petition for EB1? If it applies, then generally yes. Nilechi, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Her vow was approved and received her C31. The videos were very educative throughout my process. Thank you, Sister Life. This is why I do this. It's it's a sacrifice, but it's worth it. So that do you know how many people did not know until watching the video that I did, I think it was 2 years ago, and how many people had no clue. And I think Miss Ellen Sanctuary, right? I think you also didn't know, or the attorney filed something C31, and they're wondering why I don't have my EAD yet, and my VA's, we filed 2 years ago, my VA's pending, and a lot of people did not know that the category you have to file is different when you want your EAD while your case is pending. So the more you know. The more you know. So congratulations, Nikki. We rejoice with you. We thank God for His blessings upon you, and I pray that this is going to open even many, many doors of permanent grace and permanent favors on your behalf in Jesus' name. And the sanctuary too. Yes, and I think it was when we mentioned like, oh shoot, that's why. I think we about to say that. They're like, yeah. So if this helps people to just be more educated on things, that would be great. Okay, let's see. If I accept you're welcome on your video request. Thank you to you too. Yeah, so please go subscribe to YouTube channel. I think we've got tons of videos. You just never know. A whole year after. I remember your face that you're like, oh, okay, let's just go ahead. She didn't even waste time. She's been my girl since then. When she didn't even waste, like, I'm ready. Let's go. And we're just waiting for the green card very soon, God willing. So, what is C31? C31 is a work permit category that is issued to those who file VA petitions. And usually that is only issued when your VA case has been approved. If you're wanting to get a work permit while your VA case is pending, what you would need to file is a work category based on your pending I-485, which would be the C9 category. So C31 is always good, especially when that's probably going to be the first indication that your VA case has been approved because when you're under your I-360 case alert, it would show we ordered your new card. And that when people look at it like, okay, what card? That can be confusing because you're thinking, okay, green card. No, the new card indicated on the I-360 is usually it is a C31 EAD, and that's usually that usually occurs when your VA case has been approved. Let's see. Dita _, I got my green card today. I just want to thank you for everything you do. God bless you. Congratulations. This is what I love this time. I'm telling you, you can't substitute this for anything else. Just rejoicing with people. There's nothing like it. Just being happy for people, because there's a blessing that comes with rejoicing with others. You are sowing into your own future and prophesying and speaking into your own future that you know your time is coming. But while you wait, you are rejoicing with others that have their own stories ending in praise. That there's no room for envy or jealousy now, because the goal is the same. Our journeys are just going to be different. Some will have it shorter, some will have it much longer than anticipated. But as long as we get to that destined place that God has a full a completed blessing, that's what matters at the end of the day. So congratulations, Dino _. We rejoice with you. I actually watch all the videos on YouTube. Are you serious? I sent a message for consultation at 3 a.m. I'm sure if I put it up, I will see. I can imagine. Okay, so I think we got through most questions. Oh, before I forget, another reason why people get in trouble because we talked about, if you just joined, we talked about reasons why your N-400 naturalization application can be denied. One big reason is if you got your green card through DV lottery, you got your green card through DV lottery, and you fail to list your children in your DS-260 form when you apply for your immigrant visa, that is going to be grounds for disqualification and finding that you lack good moral character in your citizenship application. That's number one. Number two, that is one fast way, or one of the fastest ways you can guarantee that you probably would end up in deportation proceedings. So if you had a child when you won the DV lottery, please make sure that child is listed, because USCIS will dig it up, and yeah, that happens. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to see now. For real, I got a message before 7 a.m. to schedule. It's so fun. I remember watching most of the videos on YouTube. I'm coming on the lives, watching sometime too. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. My 16-year-old daughter went to Jamaica without her green card. Her green card lost in the U.S. So what's your question? Congratulations on your 23 years of graduating as a lawyer. Looking forward to your ordination. Oh, Mr. Marcus, how are you? So I have a girl, Kyla, who does, and Lydia as well. Kyla does our posting and Lydia does messages. So they usually will send me that. Who's this pastor who's always talking to you as an ordained pastor, like Amy, ordained pastor? He just leave things in the closet where they are. Well, thank you. It's 22 years actually, though. Don't age me. But I appreciate that. That was on Tuesday, 22 years from graduating from law school. Well, thank God. Okay. My card says resident since September 2019. Am I eligible to apply for citizenship? What was the basis on which you got your green card? A, what was the basis? Was it marriage? Was it employment? Are you still married? If it was married, what was the basis? Thank you for answering my question the other night. You helped us a lot with next steps. You're welcome. Can someone with only work authorization visit Niagara Falls? Niagara Falls, there's the part of it that's in New York, there's a part in Canada. If you're talking about the one that is mainly in Canada, work permit is not advanced parole unless your card actually says serves as re-entry permit or something along those lines. Okay. When is the best time to call you? You can call our office. We're open 8:30 to 5 p.m. You'll be able to talk to somebody. And if you're looking to discuss your case, they will give you the information to set up a paid consultation. Let's see. Okay. DV lottery. Okay, so if you got your green card through DV lottery, so you have to wait 5 years, and that means that September this year is going to be your 5-year anniversary. So sometime in June, 90 days before that 50th anniversary is the earliest time you can submit. So sometime next month is the earliest time you can submit your application for naturalization. Okay. Okay. All right, everybody. Let's see. Can a man file for VA after his wife divorced him and maltreated him, and based on the divorce, his application was denied? Absolutely. VA, it says in the Violence Against Women's Act, but men actually do qualify for VA as well. So it doesn't matter. Man, woman, whatever other gender, everybody qualifies for, as long as you satisfy. So it's not based on just being a woman. A man can actually also apply for VA. Okay. All right, everyone. It's always a pleasure coming here each night. There's nothing like it. Nilechi's vow was approved. I want to go back here, and then we have Dido _ whose green card came in today. Just be able to, that feeling of knowing that you've got status. You're not having sleepless nights anymore. If you can finally take a deep breath and just say, I do belong alone. Being there, done that. I know that feeling. So whatever information that we can share together that can help you on your way to getting to that destination, that's what this is all about. But most importantly, being able to rejoice with one another, being able to speak into each other's lives, and being able to just know that even if yours is not coming yet, it's not like it's never coming. It's coming. God just has it at a destined time. So my prayer is we would always have reasons to celebrate with one another. Leaving everything in our home countries to start from scratch is not the easiest, and it's not for the faint of heart. But if you were able to take that leap of faith, then strongly and certainly God is not going to let you down. There is just no record of failure with God. Whatever he starts, God is not a God of incompletion. There's nothing he does that he does not complete. So if he has started it in your life, then he has to finish it. And so shall it be for each and every one of us. I'll see you guys next week.